I believe the obsession with finding purpose stems from the desire to accomplish something or create it, hoping that through these achievements we can recognize our own value and the meaning of life. But purpose is recognizing your true value and finding meaning and direction from that place. We need to recognize our worth and believe in what we're doing to create something that truly matters to us. You might be doing something right now simply out of necessity, not because it feels meaningful to you. Our purpose is simple: to see the divine in ourselves and in everyone and everything around us, to show kindness and compassion to each other. I used to think finding my purpose meant figuring out what I'm good at. But purpose is actually about understanding our deeper value. And honestly, I don't think it's purpose we're really after. I don't think that there's a prescribed purpose for any of us, but I do think specific things reveal itself when we are aligned with who we truly are, the things we are passionate about, the things that we're drawn to. I don't think it's an obsession, but it's more of an urge, a natural feeling inside of us that helps us feel fulfilled. It's more about understanding why we're here than about becoming someone or something. I believe our desire to find purpose is really our need to feel complete. A lot of it comes down to this feeling of purpose. We often think that if we're not busy working or hustling, that there's no value to our lives. We start to feel like our lives are meaningless unless we're doing something important or something productive. But our sense of purpose is often unclear, and it can be hard to define, especially when we are unsure about our value. And when I say value, I mean understanding who we are, a sense of wholeness, a sense of completeness. When we don't fully understand ourselves, it's harder to see a clear purpose in life, and we feel lost and out of place in the world. The true purpose of anything isn't always clear at the beginning, but it reveals itself as we go along. During the process, we might start a project with good intentions or a certain goal in mind, but the real meaning and purpose unfolds over time as we learn, as we grow and experience things along the way. The purpose is hidden in the journey, and I guess that's what the journey is all about, isn't it? And that's when we really understand why we're doing what we're doing. And that purpose becomes clearer as we move forward. It has always been like this for me, so maybe you can relate. I believe we're all searching for purpose because it gives our lives meaning, especially when something feels missing or we feel out of place. We believe that if we find our purpose, everything will suddenly make sense and life will feel more meaningful. But honestly, I don't think it's purpose that we're really after. What we're really seeking is reassurance. We want to know that we're on the right path. This constant need to find purpose, it's our soul's way of trying to feel aligned with our deeper truth. It's a natural urge pulling us to search for something deeper with ourselves. It's a call for alignment. When we are aligned, I believe purpose naturally falls into place because it's shaped by the direction of our unique journey. When I'm fully present, when I'm just being, that's when I begin to feel a deeper connection to my true purpose. I believe that if we limit ourselves to a single fixed idea of purpose, we block the space for growth. And life is full of challenges, and when we face them, that is when we grow and learn. And the purpose of things are revealed in those processes. We can turn our pain into purpose. Sometimes when we become complacent or start feeling like we don't have a purpose at all, it can actually be that you're experiencing a spiritual awakening. Those feelings push us to ask bigger questions. Who am I? Why is my life like this? What is my purpose? These questions are hard to answer when we haven't truly discovered who we are, the deepest parts of our being. Discovering who you are means realizing that our journey here on earth is about awakening to the truth of God and the pure consciousness that we are. A more practical way of saying it is the God in you. I believe our desire to find purpose is really the desire to discover the truth within ourselves and shining this light through what we call purpose. When we begin to ask these deeper questions, something shifts within us. It's like the start of a new journey, and we begin to understand ourselves deeper. And the more you find your value, the clearer your purpose becomes. Purpose isn't about what we do for a living. It's something deeper. It's beyond labels or roles. Looking back at my life, I see both proud moments and the ones that I'm not so proud of. But what I've learned is that all these experiences, good and bad, are a part of the process of discovering who I truly am. And it has brought me closer to understanding my purpose. And I'm beginning to see that purpose isn't something we find all at once. It's something that reveals itself gradually as we wake up and align with our higher self. And I wanted to share it with you, and I hope it resonates. Sometimes the idea that we must have a fixed purpose can actually hold us back. We're so focused on trying to find it that we forget to live in the moment. And each moment takes us closer to recognizing the purpose in the now. But if we're not present in those moments, then we can feel lost and somewhat out of place. But once we find purpose, then what? What happens next? I realize that if I'm not careful, I can spend my whole life chasing purpose instead of living it. And so I have to remind myself, life is a divine experience. It shows us who we really are and reveals the divine presence within us. When we embrace our higher self, purpose doesn't need to be chased. It naturally reveals itself. Even in the things that we are passionate about, purpose becomes clear once we begin doing them. When we align with our higher self, purpose comes to us organically. we stop searching, we stop chasing, and we start living. But I also know this: if you've been doing something for a long time and there's no growth, it's hard to see the purpose in it. You feel like you want to give up. You do have a passion for it, but you feel like you want to give up because maybe you're not seeing any fruits of your labor, or maybe someone is not finding value in what you are doing. When we do something that we are passionate about, it doesn't matter. We do it for us. We do it from the heart. So in the right season, purpose also will reveal itself. I didn't realize this before, but I see it now. We're so focused on finding our purpose, or maybe niche is a better word, instead of just learning more about ourselves. There comes a point when we feel lost and unsure of what direction to take. But I think that's when we need to reconnect with ourselves. When we become present with who we truly are, our purpose will start to unfold. Purpose isn't something to find. It's something to discover as we grow into the highest versions of ourselves. Thank you so much for listening. Maybe you'll take a moment to reflect on these words while reflecting on your own journey, and trust that your process will reveal your purpose as you grow. Remember, it's not about chasing it. It's about living it. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for listening once again.